What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a few potential delays that might have happened behind the scenes for PlayStation. So this is going to take a little bit of explanation, but bear with me. I think Stellar Blade kind of leads this group, but there are potentially other things. I see people theorizing what other games this could be. So basically what happened here is this is in Sony's financial report, and they were explaining, increases, decreases, adjustments. And one of the reasons given for some of the decreases is the impact of changes in the launch dates of a portion of first-party titles. Now, it's a lot of legal lingo going through the entire financial report. What it kind of boils down to, though, is it does seem like, and that explanation backs it up, that they are doing that, or they're saying it in the report to justify a decrease and to say it's because some first-party games have been delayed. That's kind of the gist of it. Now, an important note to also throw out there is when they do these reports, first-party games could be third-party games that are just big enough that they consider them. So I know a game like Stellar Blade, right? They are publishing it, but that studio is not owned by PlayStation. Technically, that's like a second-party game, right? That's what we would call it, a second-party game. But they don't do that in these reports. It's either first or third. So Stellar Blade could still count towards this, and that's kind of where I want to lead this discussion. All right, what games could it be? What games have been behind the scenes delayed over the past couple months, really, right? Over the last 3, 4, 5 months, what games maybe in the background have been pushed? Don't worry about Spider-Man. I mean, that would be atrocious if that was one of them that they're talking about. I think it's Stellar Blade. I saw some speculation for Twisted Metal. I actually really like that idea. Look, I've been on the train of Twisted Metal. Is obviously a game that is real. We've talked about it so many times in videos. I absolutely think it's coming. Was that intended to release closer to the show and it got pushed? I believe that's possible, so maybe Twisted Metal counts. It's also possible The Last of Us multiplayer counts in this. Those would kind of be my three big ones. I mean, maybe a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Again, it's not owned by them. Obviously, they don't own Square Enix, at least not yet, but they would probably consider that in these reports a first-party title. So I think those three. I think Stellar Blade is kind of the easiest because that game is known, right? We knew Stellar Blade existed. We knew it was supposed to come out this year. And at this point, I don't know. I mean, if it gets announced or shown at Gamescom in like a week and a half, right? Maybe it's possible it could still come out in like November. But honestly, I'm not really expecting it. I think that game has been delayed. So that one just, to me, makes the most sense because we knew it was supposed to be this year. We knew it existed. Whereas Twisted Metal, we don't even technically know if it exists or not, right? And like The Last of Us multiplayer, it could be counting that, but we don't know initially when that game was supposed to launch. Was it supposed to launch this year or earlier this year and they pushed it? It's possible. And if that is true, then that is, a game that they're talking about here. So, not much beyond that, just a little news of maybe you have to wait specifically for Stellar Blade, but also potentially a handful of other games that we can kind of theorize about. We'll have to see. We'll have to see the next time we see any of these games, technically. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.